Have you ever felt that you carry something special within you, but at the same time, it seems to be a burden? Have you ever had the sensation that the world does not understand your way of being, your sensitivity, or the depth of your feelings? If so, you might be one of God's chosen ones. Some people possess a special light, a strength that is not visible to the human eye, but which is unmistakable in the spiritual world. These individuals are called to a greater purpose, even if they often do not recognize themselves as special. Among these chosen ones are highly sensitive people, or HSPs. They have a generous heart, unmatched empathy, and a very strong spiritual connection. Perhaps you are one of these people and don't even know it. Maybe you have faced challenges that seem greater than you can bear, but know that this is not by chance. God chooses those who have the strength to carry great missions, and He never abandons His own. Today we will talk about these special people, the spiritual role they play, the divine protection that accompanies them, and the impact they have on the world. If you have ever felt different, misunderstood, or even overwhelmed, this video is for you. Together, let's discover the hidden power that exists within you and what it means to be chosen by God. Before we continue, I want to ask you to subscribe to the channel and like this video. This helps us spread this message to more people who, like you, need to hear about the purpose that God has for their lives. Let's spread this light together. There are people who carry such intense spiritual strength that when they are harmed, the evil done to them returns to the one who caused it. These individuals are known as highly sensitive people, HSPs, and due to their deep spiritual and emotional connection, they are often referred to as karma personified. This happens because they possess a special light, a divine protection that acts directly in their lives. When someone tries to harm them, this light reflects the evil back, like a spiritual mirror. It is not revenge, but rather divine justice in action. Highly sensitive people have a more receptive nervous system, which makes them capable of perceiving details that others do not notice. But this sensitivity goes beyond the physical. They feel the energies around them, pick up on people's intentions, and often can foresee situations before they happen. This spiritual connection makes them instruments of God to bring balance to the world. However, this same sensitivity makes them easy targets for those who live in envy, hatred, or malice. What many do not know is that trying to harm a highly sensitive person is like planting seeds of suffering for oneself. The Bible teaches us in Galatians 6:7, "A man reaps what he sows." When someone tries to hurt one of these individuals, the evil returns with force because they are protected by a divine light. That is why they are called karma personified. Not because they seek revenge, but because divine justice automatically acts in their lives. On the other hand, when these people are treated with love, respect, and kindness, they respond with light, peace, and blessings. Their sensitivity makes them great manifestors, capable of attracting good things for themselves and for others. But be careful. If you awaken the anger of a highly sensitive person, you will be facing not only them, but also the spiritual force that protects them. Highly sensitive people, HSPs, are not only endowed with sharp perception or extraordinary empathy. They carry something much greater, a direct connection with God and a strong spiritual protection that accompanies them at all times. This protection, although invisible to the human eye, is evident in the spiritual world. Have you ever heard the phrase, "Be careful who you mess with, for you do not know who protects them in the spiritual world"? This phrase applies perfectly to highly sensitive people. They are chosen by God, and their spiritual light disturbs those who live in darkness. These individuals possess a sensitivity that transcends the physical. They perceive energies, intentions, and environments in a way that few can. This sensitivity is not a weakness, but a gift given by God, so that they can fulfill their mission in this world. Just as Elijah was protected by angels sent by God in his moments of greatest need, highly sensitive people are also surrounded by this divine protection. God ensures that nothing and no one can prevent the fulfillment of the purpose for which they were called. When someone tries to harm a highly sensitive person, what happens? Often, the evil that was sent returns to the one who caused it. This is not something they desire or seek. It is the manifestation of divine justice. The Bible teaches us in Galatians 6:7, "Do not be deceived. God cannot be mocked. A man reaps what he sows." This spiritual law is especially evident in the lives of highly sensitive people. When someone tries to hurt them, they are, in fact, planting seeds of suffering for themselves. God does not allow his chosen ones to be defeated, and those who try to bring them down face the consequences of their own actions. What makes these people so special is that they are like spiritual mirrors. They reflect what they receive. If you treat them with love, respect, and kindness, they respond with light, peace, and blessings. But if you try to harm them, the evil you sent returns to you. This is the essence of the law of return, which is a manifestation of divine justice. God protects his chosen ones, ensuring that no attack against them prevails. This spiritual protection is one of the greatest mysteries of the spiritual world. Often, highly sensitive people do not even realize how protected they are. They may at times feel vulnerable or helpless, but the truth is that God is taking care of every detail of their lives. He places angels around them, guides their steps, and ensures that no evil prevails against them. This protection is not just a shield against external attacks, but also a force that strengthens them in their spiritual walk. Furthermore, the light that these individuals carry disturbs those who live in darkness. People with envy, hatred, or malice in their hearts often feel threatened by the presence of a highly sensitive person. This happens because the light of these individuals exposes the shadows of others. It reveals hidden intentions and brings to light truths that many would prefer to keep hidden. Therefore, highly sensitive people often become targets of attacks, criticism, and attempts to harm them. However, what many do not know is that by trying to hurt a highly sensitive person, they are, in fact, hurting themselves. The spiritual protection that accompanies these individuals is so strong that any evil directed at them returns to the sender. This is not something they control or desire. It is simply the manifestation of divine justice. God does not allow his chosen ones to be defeated, and he ensures that those who try to harm them face the consequences of their actions. And this is where the connection with God's chosen ones comes in. Highly sensitive people are not chosen by chance. They possess unique characteristics that make them capable of fulfilling greater purposes. Their emotional, spiritual, and even physical sensitivity is a tool given by God to perceive what others cannot, to act with empathy, and to bring light where there is darkness. They are instruments of God, called to bring balance, love, and empathy to a world that often gets lost in darkness. These chosen ones are like beacons in the midst of the storm. Their light, in addition to illuminating the way, disturbs those who live in darkness. And that is exactly why they face challenges, attacks, and persecutions. But God does not choose someone for a mission without first ensuring their protection. He surrounds these individuals with his divine strength, allowing them to continue their journey even in the face of adversity. The spiritual protection that God grants to the chosen ones is not only to defend them, but also so that they can fulfill their mission. When someone tries to harm one of these individuals, they are, in fact, challenging divine justice. And as the Bible teaches us, God is not mocked. These individuals are living reflections of the spiritual law of cause and effect. They do not need to fight alone, for God fights for them. Moreover, God's chosen ones play a fundamental role in the lives of those around them. They not only carry light, but also spread it. Their presence transforms environments, elevates spiritual vibrations, and inspires those who are lost. They are like small living miracles that, with their kindness, empathy, and sensitivity, help illuminate the path of those in darkness. The greatest truth is that these people are much more than they appear to be. They carry a spiritual light that cannot be ignored, even if they try to go unnoticed. Their presence is striking because, wherever they are, the energy they carry transforms the environment. This light is not physical, but spiritual, and it reflects the direct connection they have with God. That is why these individuals are often called karma personified. Not because they seek revenge or retribution, but because divine justice automatically acts in their lives. Everything that is done against them, whether good or bad, returns to the one who did it. Jesus taught us in Matthew 5:16, "Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." This light that Jesus mentions is exactly what highly sensitive people carry. They are chosen by God to illuminate the darkness, bring balance, and elevate the spiritual vibration of the places they pass through. Often people do not even understand why they feel so good around a sensitive person, but the explanation lies in the spiritual realm. They carry the presence of God with them. However, this light that illuminates also disturbs those who live in darkness. People who carry envy, hatred, or malice in their hearts often feel threatened by the presence of a highly sensitive person. This happens because the light of these individuals exposes the shadows of others. It reveals hidden intentions, brings to light truths that many would prefer to keep hidden, and for this reason, these individuals end up being targets of attacks, criticism, or attempts to harm them. But what many do not know is that by trying to hurt a highly sensitive person, they are in fact hurting themselves. This is because these individuals are protected by a spiritual force that goes beyond human understanding. God does not allow His chosen ones to be defeated, and any evil directed at them returns to the one who sent it. This is where the concept of karma comes in. Divine justice automatically acts in the lives of these people. Those who sow evil against them reap evil. Those who sow good reap good. It is not something they control or desire, but a manifestation of the spiritual law of cause and effect. The Bible reminds us of this in Galatians 6:7. "Do not be deceived. God cannot be mocked. A man reaps what he sows." This is one of the most powerful spiritual laws, and it manifests very clearly in the lives of highly sensitive people. When someone tries to harm them, they are in fact planting seeds of suffering for themselves. And this is not bad luck or coincidence. It is divine justice in action. God protects His chosen ones, and those who try to bring them down end up facing the consequences of their own actions. These individuals are like spiritual mirrors. They reflect what they receive. If you treat them with love, respect, and kindness, they respond with light, peace, and blessings. But if you try to harm them, the evil you sent returns to you. This is the essence of karma in the lives of highly sensitive people. They do not need to fight their battles alone, because God fights for them. Just as David was protected from Saul, God places angels around these individuals to ensure that no evil prevails against them. A clear example of this is found in Psalm 105, verse 15. "Do not touch my anointed ones. Do my prophets no harm." This passage is a powerful reminder that God defends His own. Highly sensitive people are anointed by God to fulfill a greater purpose, and He does not allow them to be defeated by those who live in envy, hatred, or malice. When someone tries to harm one of these individuals, they are, in fact, challenging divine justice itself. But karma does not only act as a form of protection, it is also a tool for learning. Often, people who try to harm a highly sensitive person go through difficult situations so that they can reflect on their actions and seek transformation. God does not desire anyone suffering, but He allows the consequences of each person's actions to be experienced so that there can be spiritual growth. On the other hand, when these individuals are treated with love and respect, they respond with blessings. Their sensitivity makes them great manifestors, capable of attracting good things for themselves and for others. They have the power to transform environments, to bring harmony where there is chaos, to spread hope where there is despair. This is the mission of highly sensitive people, to be instruments of God to illuminate the world. If you are one of these individuals, know that your light is a gift from God. Even if you face criticism, attacks, or injustices, remember that you are not alone. God is with you, protecting you and guiding you every step of the way. And if you know someone like this, treat that person with love and respect. Because wherever they are, God's light is shining through them. Never underestimate the power of a highly sensitive person. Messing with one of these individuals is to challenge divine justice itself. And as the Bible teaches us, everything you do, whether good or bad, returns to you. Therefore, bless these people, and you will be blessed. But if you try to harm them, you will face the consequences. They are protected by God, surrounded by angels, and guided by a greater purpose. And how can the chosen ones control their spiritual power? My dear ones, being chosen by God is an honor, but it is also a great responsibility. The spiritual sensitivity you carry is a divine gift, but like any gift, it needs to be understood and well utilized. Many of you have already noticed that your emotions and thoughts have a direct impact on your life and the lives of those around you. This is not a coincidence. God has given us the power to manifest, to attract what we focus on, and this is a blessing, but it can also be a challenge. In the spiritual realm, this is known as the law of vibration. Everything in the universe vibrates at a frequency, and we, as spiritual beings, emit vibrations through our thoughts, emotions, and actions. When you are chosen, your vibration is even more powerful. This means that what you feel and think intensely can manifest in your life. That is why Jesus taught us in Mark 11:24. Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours. Faith is the key to manifesting miracles, but at the same time, fear, anger, and guilt can attract negative situations. Practice gratitude. Gratitude is one of the highest vibrations you can emit. When you are grateful, even for the small things, you attract more blessings into your life. This happens because gratitude aligns your vibration with God's abundance. As it is written in 1 Thessalonians 5:18, "Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus." Every day, take a moment to give thanks. Thank God for your life, for your health, for the people you love. Even in difficult times, find something to be grateful for. This not only elevates your vibration, but also strengthens your faith and your connection with God. Learn to say no. As a sensitive person, you may feel the need to help everyone around you. But it is important to remember that you cannot pour from an empty cup. If you are constantly giving of yourself without taking care of yourself, you may become spiritually drained. Learn to say no when necessary. Take time to care for yourself, to pray, to rest, and to recharge your energies. remember that even Jesus withdrew to lonely places to pray and renew his strength, as it is written in Luke 5:16. But Jesus often withdrew to lonely places and prayed. If even he needed moments of rest and connection with the Father, how much more do we? Use your power to bless. As a chosen one, you have the power to manifest blessings not only for yourself, but also for others. Use this power wisely. Pray for the people around you. Declare words of life, healing, and prosperity over them. Remember that your words have power, as it is written in Proverbs 18:21. The tongue has the power of life and death, and those who love it will eat its fruit. When you use your spiritual power to bless, you not only help others but also strengthen your own connection with God. This creates a cycle of blessings that multiplies in your life and in the lives of those you touch. Trust in God's timing. Finally, remember that everything happens in its own time. As a chosen one, you may feel the pressure to want to resolve everything immediately, but God works in His own timing. Trust in Him. Surrender your worries, your dreams, and your fears to Him. As it is written in Ecclesiastes 3:1, there is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens. When you trust in God's timing, you release control and allow Him to work in your life. This not only brings peace to your heart, but also opens the doors for miracles to happen. For the chosen ones themselves, karma is also a tool for learning. As highly sensitive people, they have the power to attract what they focus on. If they allow themselves to be dominated by negative emotions, such as fear, anger, or guilt, they may end up manifesting difficult situations in their lives. But when they choose to trust in God, maintain faith, and align their thoughts and emotions with divine will, they attract blessings and miracles. This shows that karma is not just a matter of punishment or reward, but also an invitation to spiritual growth. Now I want to hear from you. Have you noticed karma at work in your life? Have you ever felt that something you did, whether good or bad, came back to you in a clear way? Share your experience in the comments. Let's talk about how we can use this spiritual law to grow, learn, and align ourselves with God's will. After all, everything we sow, we reap. So, may we plant light, love, and faith every day.